Hi, I'm Jerry Sorkin. We're here in Tunis, Tunisia with a group of Tunisian friends to discuss what's going on here in Tunisia post-revolution. Let me introduce some of the special guests we have. We have Hatem Bouriel, a well-known writer here in Tunisia, author of many books and also a journalist. We have Islam Khoufi, an entrepreneurial woman who's involved with a number of different interesting projects. Jacob Lelouch, who is a restaurateur, owning the restaurant where we're enjoying this opportunity to be. It's called Mama Lily's. It's the last kosher restaurant in Tunis, and he's also the last Jewish artisan of here in Tunis. We have Tarek Emrad, who is a well-known radio commentator on Express FM and RTCE, the FM stations. And we have Shamar Gargouri, who is the founder of an NGO called TAMS that specializes in civil society and micro-lending. We're here we've made this gathering and an opportunity to share with the Americans some of what's going on in Tunisia. Very little American media is covering Tunisia. It came during the days of the demonstration and occasionally at the border of Tunis with Libya, Tunisia and Libya, and we'll touch briefly on that. But we wanted to use the opportunity while we have a number of people here to talk about what's really going on in Tunisia today. If I could, I'm just going to go around and, Hatem, if I can start with you. If you can, we're now 60 days after the revolution. Hatem, if you can share a little bit about what's just happened in governance in the last week or so here in Tunisia.
Maybe a few sentences. It's moving ahead. As you said, it's a post-revolution situation, and it's moving towards elections. So it means that things are set and organized, and we still are in this kind of context that things are changing quite fast. Some people would like them to change that fast, some people won't, etc. But altogether, the situation is improving every day, and we hope it will be, a total improvement by the time of the elections.
Okay, Islam, you're involved with entrepreneurial projects, many of them having to do with the tourism industry. Can you share a little bit with us of how this has impacted tourism and the importance of tourism here in Tunisia?
Well, actually, tourism is very, very important in Tunisia. It employs something like around 500,000 people in the country, which is a lot. And in terms of income to the country, it's a very good sector for foreign currency income to the country. And also it's very important in terms of balance, trade balance of the country. The problem is tourism actually in Tunisia, because actually many people are a little bit afraid of coming to the country because knowing about a revolution, they generally assume that the country is so hectic and nothing is set. Though some people are coming to Tunisia, some of the tourists are really sharing what happened to the country starting from January 14th. And some of them were here, and I can tell you frankly, they were here, they've been having wonderful time in Tunisia, and they enjoyed their time in Tunisia, though they were in very, very hectic times. Now we're trying to look forward to the future and say that future would be better of Tunisia, and we'll try to get more people. Having let them know that the country is improving, getting better, as what Hatem was saying about the political way the country is going forward. But I guess it should be better in the coming months.
Jacob, your restaurant, the Mama Lily's, is here in La Goulette. It's an area where tourists sometimes come. Can you describe a little bit about, Islam mentioned people are afraid. They have this idea of the situation. Anything you want to share with people about?
On the first time of this revolution, the people was a little scared, yeah. But now we are very hopeful, yeah. Because the future for our country is very attractive and interesting, and also I speak with in the name of the Jewish community in Tunisia, and I think in few months all the community, the minority community, take his a real place in the Tunisian society and the Tunisian history also, then there is no more scare now, there is a lot of hope.
Jacob, you mentioned being part of the Jewish community. At any time, has there been anything addressed in the revolution against the Jewish community here in Tunisia?
Absolutely not. Even if some people in connection with the last government wanted to see in all the world that there was troubles in Tunisia, and the Jewish community, for example, was not so secure. But no, this revolution was not in the name of Islam or in the name of something. It was just a revolution for the people rights and dignity, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Tarek, you have the privilege of being a well known radio commentator here in Tunisia and the opportunity to interview many people. Can you talk about some of the hopeful signs you're seeing, some of the impressions you're getting from people in the world of economy, what the opportunities now are for Tunisia, what changes the revolution is bringing within that situation?
As a radio host, the first thing maybe I would like to speak about would be the freedom we have to express ourselves today. And for the media, it has been really a leap, really for the better. I would say that today, when we are on air, we feel more freedom to say things and maybe to go there where it hurts a bit. We won't say that everything right now is great and all is going for the better, but right now we really feel that we have the ability to go towards the future we want for Tunisia. And we've seen maybe some populism, and it's absolutely normal in that kind of situation, because people that were squeezed and oppressed for so long, not only during Ben Ali's reign, because it was the case too during Bourguiba's reign. We don't have to just to be that populist right now. But people today have to scream, have to yell, have to say what they want to say, and I think afterwards, after all of this, things will settle, and we'll know really the real path that Tunisia will follow. As regards people that express themselves, you know, in all the media, in all the radios, some kind of new cheap show, you know, we don't have so much ads right now, so cheap shows are welcome. We just gave people the opportunity to speak. We heard normal citizens, we heard people beyond the associations, we heard some people who spoke just from economic background, people in companies, from companies, and what we heard and what people were saying is that is only that people have to calm down. We have just to minimize the losses, because they are absolutely certain that future is better, and they are absolutely certain that things are going in the right pace. It doesn't have to be too fast, because we would maybe miss some changes in that pace, and it doesn't have to be too slow, because people will lose too much money during that period. So I think right now it's the right pace that is taking place.
Okay, Shema, you're involved with civil society. Shema's foundation, called TAMS, which she started from scratch, is mainly involved with teaching, training, and micro-lending, primarily to women, but not exclusively to women in an economically developed area of Tunis. Shema, can you share some of the things that you were not able to do before the revolution, and the role that you see for NGOs like yours now that the revolution is already 2 months into place?
Well, before I respond to this question, I just want to go back to the first question you asked Hatem. For me, Tunisia is starting from scratch, and it's like a little baby who's trying to learn how to walk. So he walks, and then he falls down, and then walk and falls down, and then slowly, slowly he's going to start really walking and then running. So it's the reconstruction of Tunisia is going to take some time. And what you hear as Americans as some events happening right now, it's a very normal process towards really reaching a peaceful transition. Well, let me say that the Bouazizi, who started the revolution, is a micro-entrepreneur. So micro-lending, civil society, strengthening the people who come from really underprivileged class of the society is a work that was not really encouraged by the government. It was maybe used by the government to give an image of a government that was really investing on social issues. However, what is going to happen for us that now today NGOs and civil society organizations in general, they have to really play a realistic and an important role in this transition toward democracy, because we work with the people, we are close to the people, and either through encouraging micro-entrepreneurship or empowering women or literacy classes or training, all this has to be done by NGOs, because we know what the people need and we know how to make them participate as well in this transition. So things will be changed because we are free now to look for our own funds from any country, from any resource, which was not the case, and we can decide for whatever we want to do within the communities.
Tarek, I can see that you're looking forward to making a comment about this.
As a radio show, you know, it's a habit. No, but I want just to react to Shaima's image of Tunisia being a little baby. I would see Tunisia as a country, an old country, with really a history and with really many things already constructed and in place. We don't have to remake Tunisia or to rethink Tunisia. I think it's more analog to what happens when you already, before having your driving license, try to drive and you have bad habits. So you have to change them.
Well, I was saying baby in terms of democracy. I don't think we have a background about, on democracy, related to democracy. So when I say baby walking, it means building our own democracy. And you said it's not just with Ben Ali, it was also with Bourguiba, and I can go backwards saying with colonization. So Tunisia has never had a history with democracy. This is why I'm saying the democratic process is going like a baby, is like an image of a baby who's learning how to walk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying economically or socially.
Yeah, but you know, democracy is a big word in which there are so many levels. And I think so many of these levels are already in Tunisia fulfilled. We have just to pick the right kicks, we have just to pick the right things, the right choices, political ones and civil ones, because people talk a lot about political changes, but I think that individually, or even at this level, we have so many things to change. Just about the, how do you call it, the censorship. We speak about media censorship, but we just forget to speak about the self-censorship that we are doing ourselves because we are not just used to it. Really, what I just want to say, all these things aren't going to happen today. We have really a background of democracy. We have really democracy will that is here. People, even if they were not allowed to speak in the media, as a host in a radio, a presentator, it's even bigger because some things we are not allowed to say the things the way we think. But we were saying them. We were gathering with friends like Jacob that I already know, and we were speaking about it. And we were just hoping, and we are just waiting for the right moment. And I think it's the right moment. And I think it will go really fast because the background is here.